If you know the truths I am about to share with you, wealth will come to you much faster than it would otherwise. As a young person, I wasted a lot of time being a deviant and basically just existing through each day. Then I came across Naval Ravikant, and he completely transformed my life. From him, I learned these 20 lessons, which will transform your life as well. Many consider him to be the most intelligent person of this century. As you learn, may you glimpse the same wisdom as I did. Number 1. Desire is your enemy. Desire is a contract you make with yourself to be unhappy until you get what you want. It's a bottomless pit meant to keep you enslaved. To lead a happy life, you must detach from your desires. The man who isn't content with little won't be content with more. Desire is in the future and abides with worry, while contentment lives in the now and enjoys the present. You want to be here. Number 2. Say no. The currency of life is time. For this reason, you need to treat it with the utmost care. The best way to do that is by saying no, more often than you say yes. You will constantly be overcommitting if you don't. People don't bother if you can achieve all your own set targets as long as their targets are met. Saying no more often gives you the time and freedom to say yes to the things that are more important to you. Number 3. Never stop learning. When you stop learning, you stop earning. That's why you must develop an appetite for reading. Read what you love until you love to read. Only dive into books that fascinate you. Learn for deep understanding, not trivia. Read with passion, not pressure. Number 4. Escape competition through authenticity. Lean into what makes you different. The best way to stand out is by having specific knowledge. Understand general concepts, but have specific knowledge about the things that are important to you. This is a skill set that is uniquely yours. No one can compete with you on being you. Number 5. Play the long game. All greatness comes from compound interest. Compound interest has been said to be the 8th wonder of the world because it magnifies little everyday events. Instead of switching jobs frequently, pick an industry where you can play long-term games with long-term people. When you earn their trust over decades, these relationships will compound. And as trust compounds, so does your wealth. Number 6. Use new leverage. There are only 2 types of leverage that let you scale without incurring marginal costs: code and media. Code lets you command an army of robots. Media lets you command attention. If you want to be wealthy in the modern age, you must master these 2. Number 7. Get rich slow. Get-rich-quick schemes are the fastest way to get poor. Ignore them. They only profit the people running the schemes, not you. At the end of the day, you will become the fool. And remember the saying, a fool and his money are soon parted. What you want are ways that ensure your money works just as hard for you as you do. You can get these in bonds or by owning positions in different quoted companies. Note that this is not an investment suggestion. I am just pointing you in the right direction. Do your due diligence and take the plunge. Number 8. Embrace accountability. Learn to take business risks under your name. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. When things go wrong, you'll get blamed. But when they go right, society will reward you with responsibility, equity, and leverage. Number 9. Seek wealth, not money or status. Status is your ranking in the social hierarchy. Money comes from giving value to society. Neither is what you want. What you want are assets that earn you money in your sleep and the freedom to say no. Only wealth can give you that. Remember what I said about getting rich slow? It applies here also. Number 10. Choose the right partners. And never partner with cynics and pessimists. Their beliefs are self-fulfilling failures. Instead, align yourself with optimistic rationalists. Have a few deep connections over many shallow ones, and this rule includes being careful about whom you spend your life with in marriage. They must be the ones who wish you to succeed and create the atmosphere for that success to happen. If you subscribe, it doesn't cost you anything and shows you are an action taker. Number 11. Productize yourself. The most successful businesses are those that are true reflections of their owners. Focus on what you naturally enjoy and are good at. Then apply as much leverage as possible to scale. Without personal interest, you won't be able to do any of these. By productizing, you are adding your own uniqueness to what you do, either as a service or a product. This forces you to ask yourself tough questions like, how can I give my best to the most people? How can I extend myself to others in a way that enriches everyone involved? Number 12. Reject most advice. There's no such thing as universal advice. Most counseling is situational. When asked, people only give advice that fits their situation, not yours. That's why it's important to question everything. Choose discernment over blind adherence. Number 13. Define your domain. Once you find your specific knowledge, always make time to invest in yourself. It's not enough to define your domain. You must also conquer it. Own your skills until you're the best in the world. Whatever that skill may be, hone it to excellence. An example, if you will. If your skill is fish farming, be the best at it. The best always comes to mind when people need a product or service. Number 14. Supply at scale. Not all scarcity is created equal. To succeed, you must figure out what society wants but doesn't yet know how to get. The secret to wealth creation lies in providing that solution at scale. Number 15. Work hard on the right things. Not everything deserves your 100% output. Work hard only on important things that move the needle. Sprint intensely when inspiration strikes. Then rest and reflect. Work in sprints, not marathons. Number 16. Spend time making the big decisions. The 3 decisions you must make if you want to be wealthy are: where you live, who you are with, what you are doing. Getting these right automatically sets you up for a successful life. Number 17. Don't break your bad habits. Abruptly cutting out your bad habits is the quickest way to relapse. Instead of quitting cold turkey, find ways to substitute your vices with better choices. Don't drop, replace. Number 18. Own equity. No one ever created wealth by renting out their time. To achieve wealth, you must build or buy equity. The only scenario where you should rent out your time is while apprenticing. It's about the only way to gain specific knowledge. Number 19. Learn to be happy. The biggest mistake people make is deferring happiness to the future instead of being happy now. Happiness is a skill that can be trained. Choose it at every moment. Practice the art of joyful living. Number 20. Be ruthless. Lastly, Naval advocates that the best way to predict the future is to create it. If you want to know what the future holds, don't sit back and wait for life to happen. Instead, do the reverse and see what happens to life. Taking action increases your odds of success. That's why you must be ruthless in creating the future that you want. Be the architect of your fate.